Alright, this video is for all the lovers of Biafra and all the lovers of freedom. Please, you have to sit tight to watch this video to the end. I don't normally make all this kind of video, but this video is really important that you must sit tight to watch this video. Please do well to share this video to your friends and we shall share this video to all your platform. If you're a lover of Biafra, if you're a lover of Nnamdi Kanu, and you really wish that Biafra should come to pass, you must sit tight to watch this video to the end and don't make joke of it. Alright, before we continue, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Igbo Monos and lovers of freedom. I bring to you good news from a prophet of God. Because the Bible said that a region without a prophet perishes. So atom kunu gani to forma noni here one night woke up about Biafra and about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. This prophecy has been given long time ago, but we no get into no that what is really happening now has been already been said long time ago, and I want you to sit tight to watch this video to the end. And this message to everybody in all social media platform. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'll be right back.
God began to speak to me about Biafra, and I'm worried. I stopped somewhere last month, and I'm going to throw a little light on another one. And I pray that the authority concerned should listen to me. And it's a statement. Dialogue now, so that you should not be knocking the door for dialogue and there's no dialogue. That's what God told me. I keep saying it. I said there is a spirit in this young man. It is bigger than what physical eye can see. I'm not an Igbo man, I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm speaking as a prophet. I said what I see in this young man is bigger than him. You see, the man, the small boy that they call him, what is inside him is bigger. It's not just an ideology, it's bigger. I said, I see an animal. Which animal did I told you last time? Huh? I said what? A what? A what? A small puppy. And I say, I see a small puppy going forward. All of a sudden, I saw so many strange wild animals, lion, bear, great animals around the puppy. Then I saw the puppy look back and saw that the animals around him are so many. Suddenly the puppy, what I saw last month is different from what I'm seeing now. The puppy is developing some futures of wild animals. This prophetic word is not to the negative. It's very important. Take the Biafra agitation serious. Dialogue now. Because I see a time, doors are knocked, calls are made. People who are heady are saying we have come down, but these people are not willing to dialogue again. Please, redeeming the time, for the days are evil. Dialogue now. Dialogue now. I repeat it again. I'm not an Igbo man, but I'm telling you what I'm shown in the spirit. What? I'm seeing great people, important people in this nation coming together and saying, now, okay, we want to sit on the table, let us talk. But the people you want to talk with are saying, it's too late. Please, dialogue now. The days ahead are evil. Dialogue now. This is not a cry of a baby. It's a cry of an adult. I repeat it again. Dialogue now. The Bible said, blessed are the peacemaker, for they shall be called the children of God. Please, every authority, there come a time when a revolution is about to take place, the power of gun, bombs, and bullets cannot hold an ideology. Please, dialogue now. This is not the time of, I have bullet, I have gun, I have bomb. This has nothing to do with bullet and bomb. If you know what I'm seeing in the realm of the spirit, everyone in federal authority should take the Biafra agitation serious. If you are once a founding father of this nation, sit down around the table and listen to your children. Dialogue now. This is not the time to arrest anybody. It's the time to hear the cry of the people. Dialogue now. Because he's going to be the last resultant solution at the end. But when you are asking, when the king comes down from his throne and he's saying, I'm ready to talk, and everybody is throwing stone at you, then you will know that it is important to dialogue with honor and prestige and go out and there is peace in the land.
And fight an ideology with gun and bullet. Let me explain this. Sit down before we pray. I'm worried. Some people want to fight an ideology. How do you fight an ideology? An ideology is like a spirit. You can't fight an ideology. You can't use gun and bullet to stop an ideology. The way to deal with an ideology, you engage it with wisdom. The only bullet that can kill an ideology is the bullet of knowledge. Wisdom. Wisdom. The only way to deal with the ideology is to go back to the founder of the ideology and reprogram the ideology and stand at the central processing unit of the ideology and make sure it is rightfully corrected. If you remove the leader, have you removed the ideology? There are more crazy Nnamdi Kanu that will come up after Nnamdi. They are just hiding under him. The only way to kill this is not by gun and bullet. It's by engaging with proper dialogue, with knowledge and wisdom. This cry we are hearing here is not a cry of children, it's a cry of adults. The only way, I am not an advocate that Nigeria should separate, God forbid. No. But I'm saying the best way to handle this, listen to the cry of the children. Sit down. Everything is not gun and bullet. When you take the leader away, okay, take the leader away. The next, how many people are on the street? Do you know how many spirit of Biafra have entered people? Do you know how many? Do you know how many millions are carrying the spirit of Biafra around? So if you kill the leader or you take the leader away, can you take the spirit from everybody? Ojukwu is not here, but Biafra is alive. It's an ideology. The man who started it has left. Before he left, he kept quiet and lived peacefully and left. But the generation that have come have picked it up. And it's even worse than his own now. And they are engaging it with an idea, with knowledge. So the best way to deal with this is not gun and bullet. It's not gun and bullet. When the revolution want to start, the revolutionists, the first thing they will do, they will pass the idea and impregnate their followers. The only way to stop it is to stop them before they impregnate the followers. But if the followers are impregnated, that's all. All of them are carrying pregnancy. They will soon deliver to other children. If you have 2 million Biafra, you already have 4 million Biafra. Because they are selling the ideology. And now, I don't have a problem. But my own concern is that you don't take woman's life. The best way to do that, you engage them in the ideology. If you feel the ideology is not correct, you dialogue. You sit down with them. If dignifying them will make them feel important, then do that. We can't be killing people and we are getting excited. No. Boko Haram is a terrorist group. Have you stopped them from killing? Are they not still killing? They're still killing. Did it started as a peaceful group? Yes. Were the ideology crazy? Yes. How do you engage it? Engage the leaders. And you see, some of these things are very spiritual. They are very spiritual. See, something that can die within 15 days, it can stay there for 15 years because the way leaders are handling it. The issue of Biafra is so simple. You are agitating. Is this what you want? Then comfort. Okay, let's do a referendum. Let's see how popular this your thing is. Or restructure Nigeria. That's all. Sit down with these boys. Make them feel important. How did the unrest in Niger Delta died? Yaradua did dialogue. That's the best way. This thing, everything gone, bullet, everything, fight, aggression. It will take us nowhere. The world is too civilized. Look at America. Look at the way they abuse Trump and they say everything. The guy with those bands and tweet again. He tweets and continue his life. That is what we call civilization. That is what we call. You can abuse me to hell. Say whatever you want to say. It doesn't stop it. I am the president and I am the commander in charge of wherever you are. You abuse, but I'm still your president. These things are just simple maturity. To fill a political office is not maturity. It's an appointment. I'm worried. I started talking about Biafra before this happened. And I'll say, let's kill this thing. Dialogue. Dialogue. Even we as fathers, our children will just do some things and we see it very stupid. But we have to give them audience. I just hear them and let them talk. And when they talk, what do? We judge and advise them. Sitting down at the table and talking, even to take us to discuss for 1 month, for life not to be lost, is what important than losing lives. If we have to engage Nnamdi Kanu and all the Biafra discussing, young man, what do you want? Let's do night vigil in discussing than losing millions of souls. Discussion, dialogue will never kill anybody, but bullets will kill.
All right, my beautiful people of Biafra. I always talk about this prophecy most of the time, and always, in general, I always bring what is well attainable and that seems so progressive in journey of Biafra, and always keeping the good people of Biafra updated in this channel. So I turn up like we can carry on. Now, that maybe you are lag behind because of information. Because that's it, if you are informed, you'll be performed. But once you are not informed, you will disform. So you see, information is the key in this social life that we find ourselves today. And I'm sharing you the insight of what is happening. I know that a lot of you doesn't believe in prophecy. I'm saying when they prophecy. But if you go care now, so take healing work and what has been happening so far, menwekokuru that is not tying together, which is no. You see, Mom Agunu about all this prophecy, what is about to happening, and everything that is happening today. He said that everything corresponds together. And I believe that if Nigerian government will be able to do what is right for them to do, yes, then you see that all these things that happening would have not happened for the first place. The problem is that these people fail to do what is obtainable at each time. Because now, na-eji ọtụtụ ajụ ego ojii. And if you want to do something, you see, most times prophecy doesn't really have solution, but the solution is for you to avert what should happen at the time. Yes, there's some prophecy that will be given to you for you to pray over, and it will avert, and it never happened. And some is something that you have to get ready of what that will come, so that you will be strong to bear it. But this time around, Kenya Nigerian government is something that, assuming that they started the very first moment that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talk about this, and remember the initial time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was never declaring Biafra. He didn't talk about Biafra. Rather, he was asking and telling Nigerian government that they should do what is right, that they should provide the necessary social amenities and all the primary cares that individual need to progress and succeed in a society. This was all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu demand from the ab initio. Ya ihe ọ gwara Nigerian government, ọ gwara Nigerian government is ha rụọ ụzọ, ask Nigerian government to do road, ọ gwara Nigerian government is ha gbafuo mmiri, let there be clean water all over the country. Ọ gwara Nigerian government let there be good educational system where both the poor and the rich can study and benefit equally. Ihe anyị ọ gwara Nigerian government to do. Unu mee ihe so that there will not be like any division or sentimental. Then the only seaport I want to na Lagos. You see, then it is Calabar own that unu warning said Calabar seaport so that they can be able to be bringing in goods from so that onye Igbo ga-enwekwu n'ike si going from Calabar clear iri goods here, which is even at least 2 hours better to go to Calabar or Port Harcourt and clear your goods than spending over 6 to 8 hours to in going to Lagos State. You see, ihe anyị ọ gwachara ha ka eme n'isi mbụ, but mgbe ha jụrụ ime ihe niile ndị o kwuru, they feel oso ọhịa ọgụ na mgba, they did now turn it to Biafra agitation so that ngwana ebe unu so na agaghị ime otu ngwana ka anyị gara n'ọnwa let's go our way so that we will use our hand to build our own place, do all those things I have been asking you people to do so that we could be able to do it in our own place. That's the only thing for our Oka today. And assuming that Nigerian government listening to what he said initially and start, bringing all those development in place and of which the money was available. You see, this what he was demanding then could have not turned into agitation of Biafra. So in Afugo the whole scenario, but Nigerian government failed to understand this part. But now they are now trying to criticize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, jailing him for what that should have been averted on time. Well, do well to share your own opinion in the comment section and don't forget to share this video to your friends and loved ones. Thank you and God bless.